Hey everybody, Deb LaFlamme. You can see it's super windy where I live. Just getting back from dropping one child off, and I'm in the mood for some free business coaching. So let me just share to my group, and then we will get started. If you're here, say hello in the comments below. Obviously, if you're here, you get to ask your questions live. So what's going on in your world, in your business world today? Tell me what you need, what you're feeling like you need. How can I help you, support you, guide you? I've got some exciting news that I want to share and some stories always, right? I always have a story. So say hello. I just shared it over to my group. It is a gorgeous sunny day. Hey, Emily. Hey, Karen. And I haven't had a chance to do any biz coaching in a long time because I've been busy getting that social post planning group ready, and all of my free time was in that. But now that we've started, things are running smoothly, and I am here to help you market your business better. So if you're here, please ask me your questions. This is your chance. I have time, and don't be shy. You're here for a reason. You're here because you want to market your business better. If we've never met, if we've never worked together, I am Deb LaFlamme. I am the chief ideapreneur at For the Love of Your Biz. And I basically live, sleep, breathe, wake, everything I do to, yes, of course you can. Everything I do is to help you market your business better. I'm always thinking of ideas. I'm always reading articles. I'm always sharing tips. And so if you are here, use me, abuse me. This is the time where you could ask the questions. I'm telling you that it's okay to ask your business questions. So go ahead and throw it at me. Let me say hello to my friends, Callie, Nancy. Hello, Linda. Hello, Nancy. Glad you're here even for just a few minutes. Just want to give you guys an opportunity to ask your questions, get the support you deserve in your business. For those of us that work alone, it gets lonely, and maybe you don't always know who to reach out to and who to connect with. So let this be an opportunity to ask me those business questions and network with each other. Reach out. Hey, I might like you. You have a similar question that I had. Let's get together. Let's have coffee. Let's chat online. The World Wide Web is an amazing place, and it's such a gift. It's actually, think of it. Facebook, all the people are talking, everyone's talking about the negatives of Facebook, but think of all the positives and how you've been able to reach more people more frequently. How about the fact that you can reach so many more people than you could if you were to put money on a newspaper ad? It's such a gift. So don't take that for granted. Okay, Emily, you're about to revive your Facebook group. Love to hear some tips. Love to hear some tips. Should I poll them to see if we should do weekly themes or any advice regarding engagement? Okay, so my Facebook, I love my free Facebook community. Hey, Linda, great question, because I know a lot of people are wondering if it's worth it. And so, it's not so much about the size of the free communities, the free Facebook pages, as it is the engagement. So I'm going to talk a little bit about engagement for you and then some tips. You can absolutely poll them to see if we should do a new weekly theme. But in my opinion, it's your group. It's your space. So what feels right for you? If you start something and it works, then you're going to keep going with it. I often feel like asking your audience what they want, unless, of course, you are maybe you have 2 ideas and you want to poll them on those 2 because those will be really strong and really easy for you. I think that's okay, but I wouldn't put 6 ideas and then have people be able to vote on them and then open it up so that they can add their own ideas. Be really specific about what you're asking. What has worked really well with my group, which I've just started doing over the last 8 weeks, is when members join, I not only welcome them, which I know, Emily, you do all the time too, but I tell them exactly what they need to know when they first arrive. So think of it as if you are hosting a party and these people are arriving at the door and they ring the doorbell. And when you open the door, you're there to welcome them, but then you tell them what to do. Like, you can hang your coat here. You don't have to take your shoes off. If you brought a dessert, go put it in that place over there. Like, that's what you do when you meet and greet people at a party or at an event. If you're hosting an event, you make it really clear. There's an agenda. People know what to expect when they arrive, or when they buy the ticket, they know what to expect when they arrive. And this is far beyond the description of the Facebook group. This is like when people actually take the step to ask to be in it. So if you're running a Facebook group and you're using, this is a great question, Emily, you're using those questions that Facebook allows us to ask, be really smart about those questions. So if you want just your Facebook group, Life Made Simple, to be people who want to learn ways to make it easier on their business, you want to make sure the questions are specific to that. Like, my questions for my page, and this is probably easier for me to give you the example, is, first of all, I say thank you for requesting to join. How did you hear about this group? I always want to know that, because if you are a good marketer, you're asking your audience how they heard of your business or your group or your event or your program, right? Or your product. The second question is, tell me about your business, right? You are a business owner, tell me about your business. The third question is, what do you hope to get out of being an active member of my group? So I'm making it really clear that if you're showing up in my group, if you're coming and you want to be a part of my group, I want you to be active. So like, basically, what can you contribute here and what can we provide you to make it worth your while? So, right, you were just saying if Facebook is like having a chat with friends in your kitchen. It should be. It absolutely should be. And I love my group. It is legit like all the people that I want to work with. And it's intimate and it's safe. It's private. It's a closed group. It's not private. It's not secret, but it's closed, meaning that the only people that can see the post are the members. You can find the group publicly, but you can't see any of the posts that are in the group. So people feel really safe, and you should remind people of that all the time. I like to ask the questions that, just going back to like polling, Emily, the questions that I like to ask people is to help me grow my business or customize a program for their needs. Like, I use them as sounding boards, but I don't ask my members what they want in the group, because it's my party. Like, it's my space where I know I can talk. Sometimes I let people promote their business. Other times it's me just talking about what's going on in the marketing world and giving them tips to market their business better. So if you guys aren't in that group, I think most of you are in that group. If you're not yet, go ahead and ask to join. That's my free Facebook community. So yeah, great question. Really glad you asked that, because Facebook groups are an opportunity to get even more intimate with your fans and your followers. So that is a great question. And there are really fun ways to do that. So I think the biggest takeaway from that answer is, give them an agenda when they arrive. Tell them what it is you want. For example, when I welcome people, I welcome them. I have them tell me about their business, and I immediately give them the link to my free download, right? So you see what I'm doing? I'm growing my email list because people are showing up in my Facebook page. So I give them the agenda. This is what you can expect while you're here. And why don't you go ahead and get started marketing your business better by downloading my freebie, my 18 social post ideas, for example. So that might be a great way for you to start, make a connection, because again, people joining your Facebook group, you potentially don't have their email address. You can't market to them beyond Facebook. And you know how I feel about that, putting all of your eggs in the Facebook basket. You have to make sure that you can market to your dream clients everywhere beyond Facebook. So thank you. Great question. Okay, who else has a question? You guys are showing up. When you show up, you go to the party, you get the goodie bag. So talk to me. I'm ready to give. I'm in the giving mood. I'm being very generous today. Hey, Lindsay. Hey, Maribeth. So glad you guys are here. What's going on in your business? Tell me. What's happening in your business? What are you struggling with? Do you want an idea? Do you want to bounce an idea off of us? Do you want to try something new? Have you launched a new program or a new course? You are welcome. Ooh, Yang is here. Yang, I have some news for you. I was going to privately tell you, but if you're here, I'll tell you in front of everybody. Callie, how often should you be reaching out to people? Can you elaborate a little more? Reaching out how? Do you mean in Messenger? What do you mean by that, Callie? How often? Do you mean email marketing? Elaborate a little more. Tell me what you mean. I wish I could read your mind, but I can't. I could probably answer that question if I knew a little bit better what it is you are asking. So I'll tell Yang right now my little news. I did my first podcast today. Actually, that was really what I want to talk about here too, is if you guys have ideas, you have things or topics that you want me to talk about on my podcast, I pulled the Band-Aid right off, Yang, and recorded the first. It's super short, like 7 minutes, 6 minutes. I need to do the intro and the outro, but really excited. So I'm going to message you for that. I was thinking of you the whole time. So anyway, I'll reach out to you after and touch base with you. Callie, yes, email marketing. Oh, so how often should you? So, you can have a high level strategy for email marketing, Callie. So let's say you just want to connect with people once a month to stay in their heads. If you're selling something or making an announcement or hosting an event, you could do it more frequently. I can tell you just in my experience, the truth is that there are people that need to hear from you all the time in order for it to sink in, right? So if it's just like staying connected, then make it more frequently. I mean, look at some of the big brands. They're emailing you every day, like Target, The Gap, which I'm not on any of these email lists anymore because I just couldn't handle the volume in my inbox. But there are brands that are emailing every single day. Things, businesses that have promotions and have products to sell. So, you could get away with doing that. The reality is not everyone's going to read your emails all the time. You could send 5 emails in 5 days and your open rate and your click rate would vary depending upon your subject line. So you have to test things. When I'm launching something or announcing a program, I will obviously be emailing more frequently. And I always wait till the last minute and send that last chance email if I'm selling something, because I am a last minute person. And so I know that there are a lot of people like me out there. So there's people that grab things right away at the beginning. Then there are people that have to sit on it and think about it. And then there's the ones that hem and haw. That's me.